What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Rae.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Q.
And we are the Goddess Babes,
Welcome to the Goddess Babes Sip and Spill podcast,
where we deep sea dive into raw, unfiltered, heart-to-hearts between two best friends.
Gang, gang.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to get wet, y'all.
It's gonna get wet.
What's up, Goddess Gang? It's your girl, Q.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. It's your girl, Rae.
And today's spill is going to be honesty and friendship.
So how open can you be with your friends, and how open do you expect them to be with you?
So sit back, grab your glasses, your tea, your coffee, your water.
It's gonna get wet. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Last episode we talked about shit. What did we talk about?
The last one was friendship breakups.
Yes.
Knowing when it's time to break up. Do you feel guilty when you break up?
We gave y'all a twofer.
Mm-hmm.
So you had two parts to that. So yeah, this time we wanted to talk about the open and honesty in a friendship. So since I'm already talking, I'll go ahead and go. I will always be pretty much transparent and honest and open. I really don't care. I don't care about feeling judged or being judged or none of that shit. I don't necessarily expect the same. They could be as open or as close as they want to be. Just know that it may make you uncomfortable because I am so open. And I've actually have had, I wouldn't say issues with that, but it has been conflicting in certain relationships that I've been a part of because, honesty isn't comfortable for everybody. Like openness is not that comfortable. So, so yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah, because it's a level of vulnerability. I think I'm pretty open and honest. I mean, I'm pretty much a take me as I am type person. You're either gonna love me or you're gonna hate me. I don't think there's really an in between with me.
No.
So and I think it absolutely is comfort. But I feel like those that I really call a friend, I'm completely open and honest with, and I don't expect, because everybody's vulnerability levels are different, but I would hope that people that I consider friends would be just as comfortable being who they are with me as I am with them.
So let's talk comfort. What does that mean? So let's give some examples. So how much do you want to know about their sex life? Like, is there some shit that you just don't want to know? It's like, keep that to yourself. That's too much.
I don't care. Whatever you feel comfortable telling me, whatever you want to tell me, you feel comfortable telling me is what it is. Because I'm not a person that is judgy. I don't judge. Everybody to each their own. I don't have a problem. If you don't have a problem, you like it, I love it. It's not me.
Yeah. Because
you know what I'm saying? That don't have nothing to do with me. That's you. So as open and as honest as you want to be is as open and honest as you want to be. And I'll take it.
Yeah, same. I feel the same. Now, I guess I am also a curious person. I'm not going to say nosy.
She's nosy.
No, but I say curious because it's deeper than that, right? Like, I don't just gotta know. I need to know. I want to know. I want to know because I'm intrigued always by other people's experiences.
You do like to dissect everything.
Yeah, I just like to just break it all down. So nosy surface, but like deep down, I'm just curious. So I may not be offended if you don't want to tell me more, but at the same time I will inquire, and that's still I'm not gonna be like, well, wow, I thought we were better than that, you should be able to tell me like that you fucked that nigga, like nothing like that. But I don't have a problem with wanting to know more, not just because I want to know your business, but just because I'm like curious as to what makes you and why and how. Like,
that's a good point, because some people would totally be offended. Like, I tell you everything. You acting like you can't tell me this one little thing or whatever. But again, it just goes to that person's level of comfort. It doesn't mean that they don't trust you or they don't value a friendship.
Sometimes it do.
Sometimes it can, because what they say, a listening ear can be a running mouth. So sometimes it is, but sometimes some people just haven't had that open line. Maybe within family or other relationships, they felt judged, or they just haven't felt
especially
like they
with
can,
sex, especially when it comes down to
sex is a touchy
certain
subject.
Feelings and emotions. Because again,
touchy.
That vulnerability, you're opening yourself up to and becoming susceptible to getting hurt or judged about something that's your true feelings, right? Or especially with sex, or your true desires. It's like, now they think you a big ass nasty motherfucker, which I don't care.
Freak flag flying high.
I love to let my freak flag fly. But at the same time, I mean, there's probably some things that I'd want to be a little bit reserved about.
Like what, nigga?
I don't have it right, like out the top of my head.
Give me an example right now.
Okay, like if I get a partner who doesn't feel that comfortable with, people knowing certain things, I have to respect that.
That's true. So how would you maneuver that though? Right. So how would you maneuver
whatever
that
part
though?
he plays in, I keep that shit to myself somehow. But that's something that I'd have to cross that bridge when I get there, because I haven't experienced that. But yeah, like I have to be respectful for my partner or my friend or whomever, because I can't just sit here and tell you all my friends' sexual business, and you couldn't just tell me all your friends' sexual business that aren't mutual friends between the two of us who shared things. Because you have to respect that relationship and that friendship boundary, because that's their business. If they want to tell me, they can tell me. But so yeah, that would be my example. That's about all I got for now. That's about all that I'd have reservations about.
Y'all,
sharing.
she pulled that one. She was trying to come up with something.
Because that's really, at the end of the day, if I tell you something, I trust you. Okay, and you fucked that up. That's you. Right. You live with that, not me. I was open. I was honest. Can I sit and say like, maybe that was my mistake? Yeah. But yeah, I was just being myself. And in the world that we live in today, especially, that's hard as fuck. Absolutely. To be you and to be okay with and comfortable being you. Absolutely. So if I show you that and I'm open with you and you take that shit and you abuse that, then that's on you. You live with that and you deal with it. Correct. I'm gonna still be me. Get into the next friendship, relationship, whatever it is, and continue to be open and honest. Now, maybe I'll take more time, or maybe I'll feel that person out and maybe try not to give them the benefit of the doubt over and over again. So I'll learn something, but it's still not going to shut me down and prevent me from being authentically myself. Who you are, right. Yeah, so I can't be afraid of somebody shutting me down or out because of my honesty.
Now, have you encountered, or can you think of a time you may have encountered a friendship where you may have felt that you needed to be a little more reserved, whether it be maybe you didn't trust them as much, or maybe you felt somewhat judged with some of the things you said, so it caused you to kind of not change who you are, but just maybe be a little more reserved with some of the stuff you would say to this person or around this person?
Yeah, absolutely. Mostly work scenarios, I would say, is probably when I learned that. Again, I am definitely a learn the hard way type of person, because I'm just going in it open and out. Like, I'm just going in it like, I trust you until you give me a reason.
Take me.
And love me. Be my friend. Like, no. But yeah, I'm just going in open and honest. I don't feel like I have anything to hide or a reason to lie about anything. But I do understand how somebody can take that and, like I said, abuse it or play you, put your business out there.
Or they could be put off by your honesty because they have their own issues and they aren't comfortable within themselves.
Yeah, that wouldn't be one of my reasons to be reserved, because I wouldn't necessarily
That's a you
know
problem.
That's a you problem. But on my own end, like I said, just because you be too open and honest, next thing you know, your damn boss knows some shit that they ain't supposed to know, or your coworker know, so yeah, that is probably one thing that, based on the experiences that I've had, I would say I need to work on, and I will continue to work on that. But like I said, it's hard when you just naturally open, and it's not to say that nobody's ever like played me or I've never been hurt before, but I mean, you can't break a thug, nigga.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying, baby? You want to talk back?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
But I'm not saying you can't break me, but even if I get broke a little bit, I'm bouncing back. Like, I'm right back up. It's
well, it's just,
life
it's
is
legit
too short.
you.
It's not.
That's who you are.
I don't hold on to that shit. So I'll be upset. I'll be offended. Again, like we've said before, you'll even be offended when I'm not sometimes. But I just get over shit. Like, I really do. So so have you been in a situation where you felt like you had to be more reserved and not as open and honest with someone?
Nope, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm playing.
So I was about to say, what?
No, honestly, not so much. Maybe reserved, but I think that comes with not necessarily
opinions,
not necessarily who I am, like I feel, but I've learned in dealing with other people and other personalities. I'm a very straightforward, like shooter straight, no chaser. I can be blunt, and sometimes it's taken as mean or rude, and I have no malice behind what I'm saying. I don't intend to hurt anybody's feelings, but I've learned that it can sometimes.
First of all, that's not true. Sometimes there is malice, and you do intend
I don't mean to hurt.
She literally talks about how her mouth is a weapon.
It could be bad, but
and she uses specific phrases when she says it. She don't want to tell y'all what she be saying, but she says it.
It could be bad. I could be bad with it. I can.
So
but
she wants to hurt you with
in
it.
friendships, I don't. That's never my intention. In a friendship, that's never my intention. So I've learned to be reserved, as in you take each person how they come, right? So you have to learn how you can talk to people,
Correct.
because the way I talk to you may not be the way I talk to this one. You'll understand differently than they understand it. So in that regard, as far as reserved, I've learned. Sometimes you may not sugarcoat it, because I can't like lie or sugarcoat, but I can ease maybe into something I'm saying, as opposed to just word vomit and just spitting it out. So in that regard, I've learned. But as far as what I'm comfortable telling other people, no, I'm just me. It's just, because it's I guess you could be offended by something I say, but it's about me. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I guess you could take it some type of way if I said something, but if it's me and my business, I don't know why it would offend someone else. But I guess those are times, I mean, I guess it could happen. I don't know. But the only time I would feel like I need to be reserved is just maybe in the things I say, or the way I may phrase or word things, when other people's feelings are involved or concerned.
Yeah, so I didn't really touch on offending anyone. I was more so talking about being reserved, just as who I am, because people knowing who I am. Yeah. And running with that shit, but I didn't even talk. I got thoughts on my mind. Whole ass bitches. What y'all at? Where the hoes at? But yeah, so no, I don't even. That's not true. Sometimes I am reserved and try not to be offensive, but I feel like I'm so misunderstood, and I ain't trying to be basic, but like I am, because when I be saying shit, I don't mean. Like, I don't be meaning what people be thinking. So obviously there's like,
you think you misunderstood in a bad way, a good way, or just I don't. It just could be confusion.
They just be confused, and sometimes it could be my delivery or the wording, phrases. I don't know, but people be taking shit the wrong way sometimes, and I be like, how
you get that from this?
From what I said, yeah. But it happens so frequently, and across all my circles, so it's not like it could be like it's every person. It's like obviously the way I communicate, and so like I said, I don't be meaning to be offensive about anything. I mean, you'll know when I'm trying to be fucking offensive. Like you're gonna know. There's not gonna be any question. You gonna fucking know what I mean. So if I'm not attacking you, or if we're not having some type of situation that would result in that, then that's not what I'm doing. Right. So, but yeah, when you started speaking about being reserved so as to not offend anyone or whatever, I'm like, well, shit. No, because I try not to cuss around like the elderly, and I try to be respectful in those regards, not to be like, I'm fake, I'm not being true to myself. No, I'm just respecting other people and their potential boundaries. I in recent moments, I have crossed certain lines and boundaries that wouldn't be acceptable if someone else were to do them to me. I own that. But so I have my moments, let's just say that. But I don't intentionally do it, like we said, with malice or with ill intent or anything like that. I'm just a friendly, open person, and sometimes that can be
misconstrued.
Correct. And also I'm honest and don't have much of a filter, so I say fucking shit a lot, and I talk with emphasis and what I call passion. So a lot of times my hype, just into the conversation.
And you talk with your hands a lot.
And I talk with my hands. I'm holding them right now, but my shoulders is fucking bouncing.
They bouncing. Like, she over here banking
because I do. I talk with my hands, and I talk, like I said, with such
she's very animated, very animated
when I speak. Yes. So it's one of my favorite things to do. Right. Yes. So yeah, that can be taken the wrong way a lot, and once you know me, you see that, that's just how I talk. That's just how I am. But I wouldn't have said that I was aware of that being, how that can be put off to someone when you're having a conversation that they don't really know you. I wouldn't have been aware of that to keep that to myself. Type of thing. So, cause I just be me. But now I see like, oh shit, like they don't know you and somebody's like looking across the room, you having a conversation, you could be talking about playing with balls. You could be talking about anything because that's how I talk, but like they would not know, and they're like, why is she so upset? Like, right. What is happening? So
yeah, I think it's definitely a part of it is absolutely interpretation and how people perceive things and how they take it. But and I guess just like I said, just learning, because before, and I think I think it's coming with age. Because before I
Oh,
literally,
Lord.
I'm just saying, y'all, you know, as you get older, you mature, you think about things differently, they hit differently. Because before I could honestly say, I literally, I would just say what I said. And that's what I said, and that's how I meant it.
Yeah.
But you can't do that. You can't always be that way. You can still
now with
say what
fucking
you
today's
say.
cancel culture
Oh,
and hurt
yes.
ass feelings.
And I think that people,
sensitive.
okay, guys.
This sounds like an open, honest moment. So
I'm just going to, I think, okay, that we look to be, we as in just everybody, I'm speaking in general terms, just as people, as humans, I think sometimes we look to be like our
offended
feelings are
or
hurt. We
and-
look to
yeah,
be offended. We look for things to, you know, I don't feel like everything has to be a cancel. I don't feel like everything has to, you have to be offended by everything.
Right.
I think that you have to know and pick and choose your battles. I don't think that we have to go into everything being offended
Right.
and feeling like, how dare you? Everything is not meant and to be taken literal. Sometimes people use things as an example. Sometimes people are just referencing things, and I feel like sometimes we're looking for these things. We're looking for those triggers. We're looking to maneuver through what you're saying and zone in on that one thing and be like, you talking to me? I'm offended. Like, how could you, you know?
Right.
So, and I feel like it's something that we have to be mindful of. But right now, the way the world and society is, everybody's offended or hurt by everything.
But the
just
fucked
about.
up thing about it is, these the same people that want to know your business. They want to know the ins and outs of your life until they don't. Until some real shit that you did 15 years ago when you was high, when you was drunk, or when you was stupid, whatever the fuck it was. Not to excuse anything, but like people
but
do
you
shit.
grow, you learn.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people do stupid shit all the fucking time. And as you get older, like you said, you're supposed to mature, become wiser, learn from your mistakes and shit like that. One mistake for one person can take them, shit, I learned my lesson. That was good enough for me.
Correct.
And another person, it could take them years.
It could take a couple
so
lessons.
long to learn what you need to learn. Everybody is at a different pace. So, I mean, like racism and sexual abuse and all that type of shit. No, you can't. I mean, some shit is really hard to excuse regardless of what place you're in. But everybody's not going to be in a good mental state. As a matter of fact, the majority of us probably aren't in a good mental state. Not good enough to where you can actually look down on somebody else because of something they did in one of their poor mental states. You don't know what people are going through at any given moment. You don't know how hard somebody's trying to hold it together for whatever reason. You know, you just don't know. So to sit and like judge somebody on yesterday, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, it just feels inhumane, honestly. Especially, like I said, coming from the same people who you're on their page because you want to see what they're doing every day. You want to see what they're driving, where they're going to eat, what they wearing. You know, what celebrity friends are their actual friends, quote unquote, because just because we see them motherfuckers hanging out on Instagram and shit and kiki and don't really mean they're friends, right?
Friends.
But you want to be in every part of their life except the trauma or accept the lessons that they're actually going through and dealing with. You just want to see the outcome, and it needs to be or
perfect. You just want to watch to poke and critique and pull apart every move that they're making and everything that they're doing,
all in the comments.
And those are the ones that they hate you so much they can't help but to watch you. Hate you so much, can't stand you so much, but can't help but to watch to see what you're doing. Those are the main ones that
get these people so much money, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So much business. You just talk. They name always up in your mouth, circulating.
Absolutely. So that was one of those things where you just got to give your haters, thank you for loving me. Thank you. You know, you still love me.
Because you just being, what are you being at the end of the day? Open and honest. Like, even if you were trying to hide it, shit comes out, right? Always. So you can either deny, or you can be like, well, shit, this is, y'all can see it now. Like, that is where I was at.
That's where I was at. That's how I felt then.
That's how I felt. What do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? But cancel, how you canceling somebody for some shit
from 15 years
that they
ago.
said?
Yeah.
Not even did. Like, some of this shit is like, oh shit, like you did some shit, but like a mouth is a mouth. That bitch gonna run, right? Whether it's speaking truth or not, it's gonna run. So to cancel somebody over some shit that they said, whether they meant it or not, in their past, when they clearly were a different person than they are today, which is usually the case, because the ones getting they ain't canceling a motherfucker that ain't relevant. You know, it's always somebody that you thought highly of and they fucked up because you're just so great of a person and holier than thou moment. that you don't fuck up. Like, you've never said no shit that if somebody would have recorded it when you said it, your ass would be canceled. Like, Because I know damn well everybody done said some shit.
Everybody has been there or done
Correct.
that you said something and you've been like, fuck, did I really say that shit? Like,
hell, even now you be like, oh shit, were you recording?
Shit.
Like, were you recording?
Yes.
Like, delete that. Like,
yeah,
delete that picture or delete that whatever. Like, people do dumb shit. Sometimes
it's the name of the game.
Because
how do you evolve if you don't?
Shit.
How do you evolve and grow if you haven't
but sometimes
fucked up in life?
Because you just did it, not because you wanted to be a fuckhead.
Right, a fucked up individual. It's just something that happened. But the way society is set up, it's like they want you to be extremely mindful, and you almost can't say anything. But then it's just like, well, how do you be authentic, and how can you be genuine and be who you are when you and we're not talking about obvious things that are derogatory or offensive. We're just talking about things where, in your opinion, for you it may have been offensive, but for another person, it was just like they said it, So don't be confused by there are some things that are obvious takeaway. They're obvious that you're trying to offend and be disrespectful, but some things are up for interpretation. Everything is not meant or said to offend or be hurtful to people. So those are the things that we're referencing when we're saying this. We're not saying that everything is okay, and we're not saying that. There are times, but these are the things that, as you get older, you learn that from. Hopefully, you grow from. You evolve, and you won't say that shit again, or at least you won't say it where other motherfuckers might
that part. Like, at least make sure your ass ain't mic'd up. Like, make sure there's no cameras around,
which takes us back to the circle you keep.
Correct.
Their friends around, because some of these moments are private moments, or so you thought they were private moments amongst your friend, you're this, and then on mad day, y'all know what mad day is. You done got upset with the person, and then all of a sudden, everything comes up and comes out, and now you out here like, well, what the fuck? I thought it was just you and I talking. Who knew your ass was recording the shit, or whatever the case may be, and now you done posted it or done put it out there, and now I'm like the worst person in America right now.
Yeah.
So that's what we're referring to. And those are the times where you say, well, how honest can I be with my friend? Because I fucking thought I was just sitting up here having a regular ass conversation with my friend or my significant other, or for, for stars, maybe it's your hair person, your makeup person, whoever you're talking to in your moments that you think are being private moments, and you're just being you. And then it ends up getting blasted.
And that's the shitty part, because you like, well, these are my friends, so or this person cares about me, even if you don't use the word friend. It's like, obviously you're talking to me like you're something to me.
I employ you, or whatever the case. I pay you, nigga.
Feel comfortable.
I pay you.
Yeah, well,
like
you know what? But
none of this clearly means anything for some people.
True.
For some
of them, whether you pay them or not. But it's just. And I mean, we kind of talked about that too in the episode about being friends with other people, about loyalty, but that's not something that everybody is necessarily defining in the same way, or even hold the same importance. So, but yeah, you would think I'm open and honest. This stays here. I shouldn't have to say, don't tell anybody, or I shouldn't have to say, keep this to yourself, or no phones, or don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, some shit should just be a given, because this is an intimate moment between friends and amongst family or whatever, and it's not for the public. That's for if you famous or not, because everybody's been around somebody that got to record everything all night long. That's so fucking
like
annoying.
You can't even be in the moment because you got a phone up every 2 seconds.
If I wanted to go live, I would go live. Like if I wanted this shit to be like a reality show, I would sign up, nigga. Like, you don't just give all this shit away for free. No, y'all lucky we getting it to you in a podcast. Like, you don't get all this good shit for the free.
Right.
Like, some moments, sure. Let them see some. But, like, don't tell them everything. We don't need a picture of every single event that has taken place that night. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like the same thing. Like, keep some shit private between yourselves. Especially when you got some people that are going to be vulnerable, because they think this is a friendship that's out of respect and love and loyalty, and we can be open, honest, and genuine. But on a lighter note, do you have, let's see, I guess the answer will probably be no based on your earlier answer, but like boundaries then for certain friendships, like are there certain ones that you are only like coworkers or, you know, hairdresser, whatever that person is that's not necessarily a close friend? Do you have any of those boundaries set in place for how open and honest you are with them?
Nope. Because I say no because the people that I talk to are I consider genuine friends.
Even if it's like a hairdresser or
well, like
nail person,
it's
people that strike up conversations with you that you tell.
I call those are like the surface level conversations. Those are like the basic, just updates if you ain't seen them in a minute, or like you have conversations because like for women, I maybe for men too, but for women, when you go to your nail tech, y'all be chopping it up. When you get your hair done, you're chopping it up. I think it depends on how long you've known the person as to how much you would tell them. I don't know if there's necessarily a boundary set in place. I think it just goes by how long you've known them and how comfortable you are with them, because I've seen some people go into the nail shop and the conversation is like at a bare minimum with the nail tech. So maybe that's not your regular tech, or maybe you guys just have never established that type of rapport. But like for me and my nail person, we talk, and it's literally is the kids, work, it's still surface level, but we do have conversation. She tells about her kid's father, her boyfriend sometimes, but it's never anything that's too deep or involved. Like I'm sure she would tell her sister or her friends and vice versa.
Right. Yeah.
So I think it just depends on the relationship that you have. But for me personally, I haven't established like a boundary where I'm like, this is the cutoff point. It's just general conversation.
Yeah. I guess I would probably say same. And I wouldn't expect necessarily for them to be more open or anything with me. I prefer you to tell me stuff rather than ask. I don't like asking, but I will because I'm inquisitive and curious, and I do like having conversations. So I would keep a conversation going, asking questions and all that type of shit. But it's better if you just tell me the shit. I don't want to go fishing for it.
Because it would be awkward, right? Like for our nails, typically that could be an hour and a half, depending. Your hair could be a couple hours at the salon. We get waxes and that you definitely want to have at least some form of a relationship, to me, established with the person that is okay. For me, I do, because I'm literally busting it open, getting a Brazilian.
Yeah, but you've had to gone to multiple.
So I had, and it takes a minute, and it's very uncomfortable until that warm up happens. And there's been some that we just never warmed up to each other, and I would switch because it's that's invasive. Like they all down in your parts.
Yep.
And I mean, they be in there looking because they're waxers, so they want to make sure they get every little hair. So I'm talking about face be all in your shit, opening the lips and looking, and there's a little hair
telling
there.
You all about how they hung over because they went
so
out drinking the night before.
For me, I would prefer at least some level of communication, some level of openness to a certain extent, because I'm literally open in this bitch. So I busting it wide. So I definitely feel like I need, like right now, my current waxer, she actually left the wax spot and has her own spot. So now I'm going to her.
Nice.
As opposed to still going to the business as a whole. She's doing her own thing. And because I was very comfortable with her, she gave me her information when she was thinking about, I might be moving jobs, and she gave me her information. And so that's what I'll be doing now. And it's nothing against the business as a whole, but I have grown very comfortable with this wax specialist. And if she's going to be local and she's still doing the same shit, why not go?
And that's perfect. And that's, again, a relationship. They don't always have to be romantic or family, but so you open, honest, comfortable. And that's what you want out of all your relationships. Like it's too much energy and it's exhausting to try to keep up with like bullshit.
A facade.
And like why be fake and why do all this shit? And at the end of the day, we need people.
And we're grown.
To survive and to thrive.
We're grown.
Yeah, but what's
why?
growing to these people?
I mean, I guess, but it
grown don't mean what it used to mean.
I don't think anything means what it used to mean. No, to be perfectly honest, there's nothing that means what it used to mean.
Just saying.
But I mean, yeah, technically, ideally, we're adults.
Grown
so...
is the new child. Let's be for real.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm just saying, people don't want to be grown anymore.
No, adulting isn't
like
fun.
Adulting is some shit.
Adulting isn't fun. It's a whole thing. It's
like it's cool. Like
that's why I tell my daughter, don't be in a
perks.
rush. Don't be in a rush because adulting and responsibility
shit is
are
real.
not all it's cracked up to be.
Shit is real
It's
life.
real in the field out here.
Yeah, expectations of yourself.
Man.
Like, can't just walk around being dumb as fuck all the time for no reason.
Well, so
no, they do.
Some
You
do.
can't though. Not if you want to be a respectable
You
adult.
shouldn't.
Not if you want to look like you got your shit together.
This is true. This is true.
But yeah, so openness, honesty. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say and touch on about it, but I mean, overall, we said, you know, talking about sex or like, what about mental illness? What about, you know, I don't know, some of your secrets or is all that stuff included when you say open and honest?
Because I don't have secrets. I mean, I feel like
I was gonna say something, but I can't.
I don't. Well, I don't know if I have like secrets from my friends,
No, your own secrets.
like that I've never told you guys. You think I have? What was you gonna say? I don't have a secret I haven't told.
You don't have secrets?
No, there's nothing I haven't
Okay,
told
well,
you.
I don't want to debunk everything that I said, but I have secrets.
I don't. There's nothing I haven't told. Okay, so for y'all who have been following so far through the episodes, Rae is one best friend, and Captain G, who was our co-producer, is my other one. There's nothing that you guys don't know.
Well, like, okay, maybe secrets isn't the right word. Like old stuff, past stuff. Like nobody knows everything. So like, there's nothing that you would take to your grave that you've done. Oh, I guess I said yet. So.
Because I mean, I mean, things can happen. There's still time. But as it stands right now, you know, G and I have been friends since 11th grade, so that's a lot of history there.
Yeah.
You and I have been friends for over like 10 plus years. That's a lot of history there. You've seen me through 2 relationships because they were both long term. He's seen me through a marriage and a couple of relationships. And you and I talk about stuff all the time. I mean, so there's really nothing up to this point.
But I have like secrets that other like people.
What secret? You have a secret from me? Oh, I was about to say, bitch, cover the microphone and tell me what the fuck the secret is.
I wouldn't be a secret anymore. I don't know. I know I do because I as much as I say like I'm open and honest, some shit I do keep to myself. Like some of my feelings a lot of the times. Not so much anymore like I used to, but like now I can be more open and honest about them, like with you and my mom, my sister, and like my friends. But like in certain dynamics of relationship with niggas, basically.
I was about to say, just call a spade a spade.
Not so much. Like I'd be like, ew, no, like I don't feel that way. Like,
well, you are someone who does keep it. You play it close to the vest with your feelings.
Yeah,
everything else,
everything else, I'm open and honest about. Right. So it's like, whoa, I'm an open book.
Except for that one chapter.
Right. Except for
that one chapter.
One chapter. It's a long chapter, but it's just a chapter, guys. It's just a chapter. Still plenty of book left. Read around it before, after.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, I guess, which is a little bit different. Yes, I'm open and honest, but still, you know, I still have that one little part of me that isn't 100%. And I need that though, because I am so fucking open and honest. That leaves me very, very vulnerable. When it comes to my feelings. So I guess that's,
Now, when you say feelings, okay,
but
I can see feelings that I may withhold, but I think it's more so for outside people. Right. Like I said, feeling wise, I think you pretty like, you know that I cry all the time, you know, when I'm.
Now the people know.
Well, now y'all know too. I mean, I'm like the ultra like hard on the exterior, softy on the inside. Yeah, I do. I cry a lot.
Yes.
But as far as like verbalizing, that definitely fuck you.
Shout out to Meg.
The cry baby. That's definitely something that I think you have to build up.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
You
and
feeling wise, yeah. And then you mentioned something about mental health. What were you saying about like mental health and like how you're feeling mentally and things like that?
So I know we got to wrap this up in a minute, but I meant in as far as openness and honesty, we talked about it, but we didn't touch on the part that I was actually thinking, which was when it comes down to your mental states and your mental health. Like, so how open are you when it comes to like how you're, it's feelings again, but how you're feeling, but like for real, how you're feeling, how you're doing when you need help and that type of help.
I think, or
do you
for
handle your
me,
shit by yourself? Because I'm a more I
keep it to myself. And I think that's kind of attributed to one, just being a Black woman. I think plays a part in that, and then my mother and the women in my family, they're all very strong minded. They're strong. Not to say nobody ever goes through anything, but it's just that you would never know it, type thing. I was kind of just raised to just be like, you're strong. You can do it. You may be stressed out, but you're going to figure it out. Things aren't going the way you think they should or how you want them to be going, but you'll be okay. You're going to figure it out. And you don't go around just telling everybody, oh, I'm going through this. I'm going through this. Even now, sometimes I'll talk to my mom and I won't know until I have to like really pry for her to tell me like, well, I'm feeling like this or this is going on or something like that. And so that is embedded in me. So when I do feel like I'm down, it's more of I just stay to myself. I'll figure it out. If I'm stressed about something, I can be stressed, but that's going to get done. I'm going to figure it out. Yeah. So I think those are things that I was raised to kind of keep to myself. Whether it was said, keep it to yourself or not, or it was just demonstrated and put on like, you keep it to yourself. It's kind of one of those things where what goes on in this house stays in this house. Right. Yep. And so that includes what you're going through, what you're feeling. You're going to figure it out. And I think that's just the name of the game for women, but especially for women of color. It's just what it is.
Right. Which that's why I wanted to, that's why I wanted to talk about it, but that's why we're doing this podcast, right? And that's why we're going to brand it the way that we will when we do our business ventures. Because we do want it to be a safe space. We do want it to be a place where you don't have to feel judged, or if you do need something, you have a support system full of other women who could potentially go through the same thing, have gone through it. Maybe I'm going through it now. Like, you just don't know. And there's more of us out there that are in the same place or that can help out because we've been in that place, making it through it. Like, whatever the case may be, there's so much support out there, and there's so many people feeling the same way. It's like, well, I don't really know who to talk to about this because I don't want to burden my friends, or I don't want to burden my family, and everybody has their own thing going on, and I really just need somebody to talk to. I don't even need advice. I just need to talk. I just need to cry, or I just need to do something vent. And feel free and feel relief from everything that I'm keeping inside because I don't know what to do with it. And everybody knows if you internalize all that shit's cancerous and it's sickly, right? So we all have to have an outlet and somewhere to get it out. And if it's not your friends because you don't want to burden them, or it's not your family because you don't want to burden them, or you're embarrassed, or whatever the case may be, I want us to have a community and a team and a system in place so that everybody can feel comfortable and confident so that they can get the help that they need, whether like I said, it's a listening ear, whether it's resources, anything, referrals, like whatever. Like, let's help each other. And that's what women empowering themselves. Like, let's help ourselves, but let's help each other along the way.
Because it's always going to be useful. There's always going to be someone you can learn something from. There's going to be someone. And again, it takes us back to the core of the conversation. How open can you be with your friends? We've all had those moments where we felt like we don't want to be a burden. Right. Like, everybody has had those moments where you got so much going on. I just didn't feel like piling my shit on top of your shit. You know what I mean? But again,
or like you're so happy right now. You just got married, or you just got into a new relationship, or you just had a baby, or like, your life could be going great or poorly, and I still don't want to. I don't want to bring you down. Like, I don't want to bring you down one way or the other. So.
But it's all relationship basis. But when you have true, authentic friends that ride for you and care for you, it's never going to be too much.
Right. You
can come and talk to me, or and I'll listen if you want. What you want, advice? What do you want me to do? Support or advice? And I'll be there for it. So just like Rae was saying, if you feel alone or you feel like you don't necessarily have that, we want to have a community where everybody can feel like they have their needs met in one way or another. through us, and we want us all to be together and love on each other.
We
We don't want to
love
be
you.
haters. We want to
No.
uplift each other. All women are beautiful, no matter
We
what
are.
shape, size, package, whatever you come in. We are beautiful and we are dope.
As fuck.
We are dope.
As fuck.
The job couldn't get done without us.
Period.
And we just want everyone to feel the same way. We want to love on each other. We want to pour into each other.
Yes.
Pour
So,
into each other.
having said that, y'all take a moment when you're done with this, and shout out your homegirls. Hit them up. Let them know you love them. Let them know you there. No matter what they going through, thank them for being there for you. For if you're the friend that it seems like you're the one that is burdening them, or you just feel like you always got something, or you never the one that's giving the good news. Just thank them and let them know you love them and you appreciate them, and that'll be some fucking good news. That'll be great news for somebody to hear. So yeah, do that. And Q, you wanna close us out? She don't want to close us out. Okay, she looks confused.
Because I was like, "What you?" Because you give our you give out our information. Yes, you give out the information.
Well, I was gonna say close us out. What we gonna talk about next time?
I think we're wrapping up this whole friendship relationship thing we got going on, and we're gonna move on into our man and woman, or man, woman, whatever. Our romantic relationships is what we're gonna start rolling into. We're going to roll into those relationships. And I think our first topic is going to be dating and social media. Because we could probably go on all day
facts, no
about
printer.
dating and social media.
That's facts, no printer.
So I think I think we are going to roll into that next.
Yeah. All right. So hit us up on the socials. We got TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at The Goddess Babes. Keep an eye out for the YouTube page. That'll be out shortly.
Yay.
And comment on the podcast, on the links anywhere, on Instagram, any of the socials. Let us know if you guys got a topic, if you got something to spill on something that we already addressed. Say what's up, anything. Or even email us at raeandque@thegoddessbabes.com and keep it wet.